Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Speed here. Probably wondering, the heck is that? It's not a Mustang. And you'd be correct, that is not a Mustang. Don't worry, still parked outside for all my 3-valve and Mustang guys out there. Let me turn the camera around. Yes, this is my new project slash commuter car. So I'm still driving the Mustang, but I changed jobs and it was costing me an arm and a leg in gas to drive to work, about $120 a week. It's a lot of money. California gas prices, gotta love it. So I went out and bought this car. A little backstory. So it's a 99 Civic EX 1.6 VTEC. VTEC. It's not super clean. As you can see, this fender's pretty hammered. It's got a cheap paint job on it. It's not that great. But I've always been a Mustang guy. I've had a Subaru and some other stuff. But my brother had a Civic EX about 15 years ago, and I really liked that car a lot. It's a neat little car, and I always thought it was fun. I actually really wanted to buy it from him at one point, and then he got rid of it. So when I started thinking about getting a commuter car, I'm like, I should get a little Honda Civic. At least kind of sort of fun, handles decent, parts are cheap, really good mileage. So that's what I got. Unfortunately, this car has turned into a little more of a project than I would have liked. I bought the car for $2,200. So yeah, it's cheap. It's a bit of a beater. The interior is still in pretty good shape. It's got a lot of miles though. It's got 194,000. I know, I hate the steering wheel, and that's going to get changed. If anybody watching has a Civic EX with a stock steering wheel with cruise control and wants to trade, hit me up. But it's in decent shape, the seats are in good shape, and doors are good. I need a cover for that. Carpet's still good. I did put a short shifter in it, and I had to put an extension on it because it was way too short. I'm a big guy, so I was having to reach down to shift it. Anywho, sunroof, which is almost always open. I love the sunroof. The car actually had some stuff on it when I bought it. It's got tine coilovers, and it has a DC header and an engine intake and a full exhaust. Had a fart can, which I promptly changed. I'm not a huge fan. I love loud cars, but not Hondas. Sorry, Honda guys. They kind of sound like crap. So I put a turbo muffler on it, and the tip is actually off of a 2018 GT muffler. So anywho, changed the muffler. I bought these wheels used off a guy. They're 16x8 Rotas. I always love the TU-37. It's one of my favorites. So I had to go get them again. The tires are cheap tires. They're supposed to be 205s, but they're not. They're definitely skinnier. So they're kind of stretched. I'm not a big fan of the stretch look. So hopefully my next set will be properly sized. But yeah, this fender's getting replaced. It's totally hammered. It's really bad. The rest of the car's not bad though. It's pretty straight. I've had to do some work on the motor already. When I got it, it was leaking oil like crazy. The guy I bought it from was a bit of a hack. He had a shop. I took his word for a couple of things, and turned out to be not the case. So the oil pan was leaking everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean it was leaking bad. It was leaving like a smoke screen while I was driving. So I changed the oil pan gasket. I changed the valve cover gasket, painted the valve cover, and then filed this down nice and flat, so it has like a brushed aluminum look. I know, Type R red, wannabe, whatever. I think it looks cool. I painted the engine intake white because it was polished aluminum, but it was all corroded and stuff, so I sanded it and painted it white. Let's see, I had to change the O-ring and distributor. It's still leaking from the rear main, so I'm probably going to have to pull a trans, change out the rear main on it. It needs a throwout bearing anyway, so that's next on the list. But for now, I'm just driving it. I'm getting about 36 miles a gallon. It's back and forth to work, which is great. So I'm only spending about half as much as I was before. So anyways, there should be some more content on my channel from this car as I fix things and change things. And what I'm really hoping to do is, once I get it all sorted out, is to do all the body work and respray the car. Probably doesn't look too bad in the camera, but this paint job's garbage. Cheap. This is just a cheap repaint. Most of the clear is coming off, starting to yellow. The body work's pretty shoddy and back there on that body, or on that rear quarter panel. So yeah, I'd like to maybe one day build a nice little D16 for it. Maybe some pistons and rods and port the head. Maybe intake manifold, stuff like that. Turbo would be cool, but honestly, I got to keep the AC, and I really don't want to mess with that. I'd rather just have basically a built-up little stock motor. And I don't want to do a swap. Too much money. This is just a commuter car. I don't want to get crazy. So I wouldn't mind building a fresh motor for it. A little bit more compression, a little more power, but it's still fun. I have a good time with it. It handles great. Just got to fix some of the cosmetics and go from there. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, it has an upgraded brake package on it. These are 12-inch rotors. They got a lot of power. I don't know any information on these brakes. I would love to find out what they are, because I would need to replace the rotors. They're a little warped. So, from what I've seen, I think it's an Integra caliper, and I'm not sure on the rotor. But it's huge. These brakes barely fit in these 16-inch wheels. So, anyways, that's my new Honda Civic. And also, if you're looking for Honda content, my brother, whose YouTube channel just started, is also hex speed, but there's no space in the hex speed. Mine is 2 different words, and his is 1 single word. So, this is my new car, and hopefully I'll be providing some content as I go along with fixing stuff and make it a little bit nicer. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.